Well, here we are again, Monday morning. My gosh, it's hotter in Cuba now, isn't it? Oh, lovely. I mean, of course, today is Stidion's show day today, but I got a talk this morning, so I'm hoping to go Stidion's this afternoon. So I got to put this on early today. I hope everybody's all right. And well, I hope you had a fantastic weekend. That's all I can say. Is you got to, of course, we got our tomatoes now ripe and handsome. We're picking them, lovely, and a few cucumbers. Just good weather, isn't it? And one thing I just say is, well, you can't do a lot about the in the winter. You can put a coat on if you're cold, but when he's warm, you've got some job to cool down. I mean, but I mustn't complain. Mustn't complain. Look on the bright side. And look on the bright side. Lovely and warm, and it's gonna be warm all week. Now, I got to say a special birthday from Joanne to Bunny. Now, Bunny was her birthday yesterday, was Sunday, and she runs the Gallery Calf down Ale. What a hard working lady that is, and what a fantastic place. You want a nice cup of tea or a nice cup of coffee. Right next to the spar shop. Go on in and see Bunny. And on Tuesday, happy birthday to Virginia Quick. Happy birthday to you, mate, and have a nice day. And then we got Jean Pope. Happy birthday to you. That's on Tuesday. And we got Mike Alkin. Happy birthday to you too as well. So I hope you all, well, Bunny Adderall and Adder birthday. I hope the rest of you enjoy yours on Tuesday. Now, I'm going to do a little story here today by Mary Quick. Now, Mary was a well-known figure down St Ives. So I'm going to do, she was a fantastic, Mary's passed away now, but what a fantastic um, person Mary was. I'll just put this one. Just a few steps from the writer's childhood home, there stood a dark and dingy cottage, its windows thick with grime which successfully deterred peeping toms. The occupant was an elderly man of small stature and uncertain temper, bearded and unkempt, who only seemed to show his face when he stood in the doorway to rail at youngsters playing in the street. He sold candles from this hovel, and children were sent by their mothers to purchase them. Upon entering, a wooden screen partially hid the old kitchen, and on this were painted sailing ships, all in the rainbow colours, furnished by household paints. Around the walls and beams were further examined the bits of cardboard or wood. I could see these by peering round the screen, being too frightened to go further, and indeed would not have been permitted to do so. This lonely man had few friends, but was discovered after his death. Today his paintings are famous worldwide, commanding high prices as the work of a primitive genius. The cottage has been modernised now bears a plaque recording his alleged achievement. He died in poverty in Madron workhouse. His name was Alfred Wallace. Much more likable despite his forbidding appearance was Frankie Ivory, who lived across the street. He was a reader of teacups, and myself and friends would gather in a group so as to crowd in his tiny room for reading. Many were the words of doom that dripped into our eager ears. As with candles flickering, he would foretell that one's father would be lost at sea, the mothers would succumb to the most noxious illness, and the brothers and sisters would wander the face of the earth. Needless to say, we never believed a word of this, but it made for an evening's entertainment. Now, our town crier was Abraham, a well-known character who also kept the gutters clean, a task that would take all day, as everyone who passed by stopped for a gossip. Abraham rejoiced in discussing local history, and had a great knowledge of ancestry, his own and that of everybody else. Attired in the official robes of office and tricornet, his bell would be heard all over town. The messages were intelligible, if one was acquainted with his particular form of delivery. There were pronouncements on various subjects, some commissioned and others not altogether in keeping with his office. Usually he announced notices of sales, meetings, and concerts, and quite often that the water will be stopped off at 2 p.m. And I see Mr. Thomas here looking very pleased. He had a good shunt last night. Mrs. J. Lantham will hold a sale in the public O'Mara, and Miss Stevens had her childs this morning. God save the Queen. Everyone, no, Will Stevens was known as Spry, was a familiar sight in the streets. Bent and frail, he was still full of energy, hence the nickname. Often he would travel on foot to country villages selling pilchards bought from the jouster's cart, a basket on each arm. Sometimes he delivered telegrams and was once dispatched to a wedding at Zenner for this purpose. Our friend Abraham had preceded him on the same mission, and the two met up to walk back together. On passing Tregarthen Farm, both were invited by Miss Auckland to have a cup of tea and a slice of heavy cake. She added that if they would like another piece, they were able to help themselves. After going about her task, the pair departed when she returned, but to utter astonishment, all that was left on the very large sheet of cake was a few crumbs. No doubt they were never invited again. I will continue this little thing, but anyhow, all have a nice few days. All right, I'll see you soon. Stay safe and enjoy the weather.